Good evening, lads. Good evening, boys. I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. But then again, a lot of us will be playing Magic the Gathering, and I don't know if a wonderful day is even possible with such flagrant virginity that I don't even know if we're doing Mageecs. So 9 out of 10 times I would just instant concede against rat bullshit. But because my hand is so strong, I think, boys, we might try and crackety matters. We might go against official protocol and try and crackety matter against one of the most virgin-y based AIDS pussy Mageecs bollocks that is even possible in a game of Magic the Gathering. But, boys, don't let me convince you that I'm not pulling a full legs, and I would have conceded this on turn 1 if I wasn't going first and could see that my hand was pretty nice. Boys, don't let anyone convince you of anything except whoever is on the tubes gets to make all the rules. And the rules are, I'm gonna win or I'm gonna delete the game. Beautiful! Send me 50 bags worth of magic shit, please, wizards, because I'm clearly that good at Mageecs. How could I not be, boys? I literally just told you I'm only playing this game because I've got the perfect hand for it. So if that doesn't make for top quacky quackerson levels of quacks, I don't even know if we're quacking Mageecs, boys. Lance, if we weren't doing top level, beautiful British quackage, would we ever have been doing Mageecs in the first place, Lance? I don't even know who you are. Just double checking that that's an instant. Just double checking that we're definitely going to crackety matter, boys. Otherwise I'd have to edit it off the tubes, and that would make all of you very sad. So, instead, I'm going to crack the matter, and we are going to shatter the pubes. Okay, boys? Okay, sweet. So does this tap for mana? It doesn't. Oh, well, I don't know what to do now, Dad. I guess I'll be able to just be doodles. Such an AIDS game, ladies and shits. Such a game made for catching AIDS. Let's make sure that this is actually on. I mean, this would just be the okay. I was going to say it would be perfect if the lad was trying to stall the game out, but I guess he was just thinking about whether or not to put his commander in the grave or not, which would suggest he's got some reanimate schmeeps. But we got answers, Lance. We got answers coming out of our buttocks. That's what makes me unbelievably good at Mageecs. I think we should start smashing his balls.
This is not the end of me.
Agreed, boys. I mean, I am on the tubes. I don't know how you disagree with anything that I say. Go for the minge. Is that what I want? Probably. Probably, but maybe not. Maybe I should have put a huge lad on there so I could have absolutely barbecued the rest of the game. 6 mana. That's 3. That's 2. Oh, they count as 1 less. Well, they're all gonna die. They're all gonna die, Lance. And it was a superb game.
when Wizards starts sending you $4,000 to $5,000 checks, will you still need our contributions? Thank you.
Des, there will never be a day where I don't need everybody's numberlings at all times. Because I like Wiz, and no matter how much money I have, there'll never be enough Wiz in this world that could sate a man such as myself. Plus, don't you feel like you're contributing to society by allowing me to perform to this incredible level of Magic the Gathering for all of you? I mean, the Pro Tour's going on right now. And there's like world caliber Magic, but it doesn't compare to this, boys. Dump your hand, rats, and squeeze your penis. That's true Mageecs. That is Nikki J getting her ass reamed out. Official sponsor of Magic. That's Ali Warfield spending so much time on Twitter complaining about men that she got banned this week. Imagine being so toxic you got banned from Twitter. Post Elon Musk meme Twitter and you got clapped, lads. Not for boobaloids, because I seen Sarah J and Hitomi Tanaka up there forever wobbling their boobaloids, and I for one can't get enough of that stuff. So what did she do, boys, as just a pure wonderful person, if you were to believe the comments that I see in her replies? She's wonderful. She literally spends all day calling everyone an asshole, and then at the end of the day says, boys, your love for your children is shit compared to my love for fingering dirty girls who dump me and then I cry. That is the kind of shit that we all need, boys. And anybody who says anything other than that clearly is filled to the brim with beautiful British AIDS. But again, don't let me convince you about any of that shit. We're on here cracking the matter, boys. That's what the game's all about. Alright, maybe I should have played Tezzeret there, actually, now that I look at my hand. But I couldn't kill this on the spot, which is the game. But we are playing another Dump Your Hand Mono Black deck. And I don't know about you, that is exactly why I play this game. Every time I turn this on and I think I want to play Mono Dump Your Hand Rats, and then I want to play Mono Attack Your Hand Shit. That is beautiful magic, boys. And anybody who says anything in between about having AIDS, you might just have to die of AIDS, boys.
I am here.
So has it got Reanimate or Undying Evil or some shit? I mean, that's, I guess, fine.
This should strike fear into you.
Fine, I suppose, boys. Either way, I'm having a fucking fantastic time, Lance. I love Mageecs. So I do like Tezzeret. I was playing at lunchtime, and boys, it must be said, I can't. Hey, boys, it must be said, which is funny to me, because I was just about to say it. It's got two bad cards. Can you spot what one of them might be? Two bad cards jump off the page to me when I'm playing this deck. One of them is Crystalline Giant, because even though it's a 3-mana artifact, it's still just a creature. And that's not that great. But 2-mana sexy boys, lads. That's memes. Alright, he doesn't know about Storm Giant, maybe. I suppose it's, I don't know what. I guess we'll see, boys. Unbelievable scenes. Unbelievable memes. Also, yeah, the second card is Lithoform Engine, if you didn't know. And if you didn't know, now you do know. It's fucking bollocks. But, boys, it might allow me to slap a game on the tubes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's just balls. It's just balls, but it will get me some stuff. It will get me some stuff, Lance. So Tezzeret probably going to die here. But, you know, I've got a lot of mayonnaise. And now I've got Power 9 sexy bullshits, boys. So I'm sure we can go on to Crackety Mantra. See, imagine if this was something useful. Then we could really start doing Mageecs. But, as it stands, it's not very useful. I mean, that's not a very good play, because this only costs 6 now, and I'll just kill this lad again, for the memes. Which I know you'll all be excited to see, won't you, boys?
I think you should just concede.
Okay, lads, I do think it's time to play the big guns. It's even got its own animation. That's how amazing magic is, boys. And how amazing this is. I mean, we used to go GG's XDs about, what was his name? Truffly Boy. But I think Lithoform Engine is far more our speed. Don't you agree, boys? Alright, let's see what I can get 2 copies of. 2 copies of a land! Boys, sign me up. 25 years. I suppose I should have tapped this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, boys. Those are... Hey, boys! I don't know about you. This guy can do 7 all day long. All day long. Because I'm gonna crack at this matter. Boys. I'm absolutely gonna shatter the shit out of Mageecs.
You will pay for this.
Boys. Don't tell anybody. But I might be extremely good at Mageecs. Alright, go for the throat. That's the end of this. Infernal Grasp for the memes. I don't think so. I should have done that in the other way. I should have copied... Oh, I should have just copied Time Wank. Maybe. But I was extremely excited, boys. You've got to forgive me. Boys, you've got to forgive your man, Cheech. Alright, so let's see. Heroes Downfall copied. Seems good, memes, right, boys? I'm going to play this as a lad. If it gets killed, I suppose that's a mistake, but we still have this. Agree, boys? Probably not. Target creature gets murdered. Okay. I guess I wasted that a little bit, but I did feel like it would be nice to have a little bit of a backup in lifelink. Wouldn't you also agree, boys? Fell Spectre? Oh no. Boys, imagine having a shit card that does nothing. Unbelievable scenes. I'm still probably going to kill this. So we got Castle Bollockwain and some other cards, boys. But we also got we've also got Lithoform Engine. And I don't know about you. I don't know how you ever get out of that. Alright, I mean, I do feel like I've drawn a lot of lands, but maybe that's not even true. 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, maybe not. Draw a card? Think so. Alright, that's not bad. So, 10 mana for my boy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't kill that. Alright, we might be in trouble now. Might be in trouble now, Lance. Oh, no. That's not true. I don't think. So if I play the lad... If I play the lad...
You're a fool if you think you can outmaneuver me.
That's a 6 anyway. Why am I wasting my shits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, there's no need, boys. Sometimes,
The beginning.
just the weight of my genius weighs on my balls. Alright, we'll take either of those. Oh no, not Perilous Fault. I don't want to exile all my stuff. That'd be crazy, Lance. Mr. Bean says, Mr. Cheeks, would you have a spin on Bloody's Baguette Bungler if Wizards gave you a wobbly preview card for the next set? I don't know if I would have a spin on it. That would be something. But if I was in prison for literally ever, then I think the answer is probably yeah. But not if I wasn't in prison forever. That's it, I think. Or if I was stuck on an island, and that island was going to get blown up by a nuclear bomb. Even, actually, that's just, I mean, that's short term. So I wouldn't then. But anything else in between, boys, I would have to say GG's XDs. Anything else in between, boys, we would have to say thanks, but no thanks.
I don't think you don't you see? You
So
have
play a glass pool mimic, or hold on to it. I think it's one of those rare occasions that you can hold on to it, boys. Heartless Act is pretty weak, but it's also fine. It's also fine, boys. Also, Bloody has chopped off her gigantic bongler, and I've said this 50 times, and I mean it. I mean it, boys. She was far more interesting with a gigantic penis than without one. Far more interesting. Far, boys. Can I have 2 of these? I do want 2, boys. Oh, lads, he got absolutely bleen blammed. He got bleen blammed, boys. Just as we were talking about something interesting, which is gigantic tranny bongler wanglebeaners. She also doesn't wear enough makeup, so I can see with my human eyes. I don't even need to bring in the Shinigami eyes. I can see, boys, that something's off. You know what I mean? I need full convincing, probably. And like I said, a full life term in prison. Those are my checklists. Or those are the points on my checklist. Once they are ticked, then we've got to see how the little fella is feeling about it all. And then how would you feel afterwards, boys? Would it be would you be crying in the shower? Or would you just be like, you've discovered fire? Boys. I don't know. So Atali is one of those decks where they just ramp and play the same card 6 times. And if that's the case, is this hand too poor? I'm also going second, but I don't know, I think this might not be a good hand. I think this might be a bad hand, boys. Because I would want Counterspell. That would be good. Cindervines against me is pretty insane. But, you know, it's Mageecs, boys. It's Mageecs. Okay, he's doing the big ramps. Big blind ramps, big huge lands, though. A big huge lands. Alright, land's not the problem. So I'm glad we got rid of those. Okay, boys, I guess there's Mageecs to be Mageeked. So what don't I want here? 2 mana ramp spell could be very important, but it could also be useless aids. That probably was a mistake, now I look at this. I don't know, boys. I think that might be a mistake. Vice Admiral Jean says, I don't know, Cheeks. Not to talk shit, but I have seen natural-born women way uglier than Bloody. I mean, that's true. But if you know that there's bongleration, I mean, that's just a different game. I don't want to know what's in her pantaloons. When it was a dick, I got an idea. I played football in competitive teams for years. I've seen every kind of lad walking around with their fucking balls out. I've never seen what happens when you chop your cock and balls off. And I don't want to see, lads. I want to do the opposite of see. I want to die. Okay, boys. I don't know how we're getting out of these memes. So I could still find counterspell, I suppose.
I have no reservation.
But not today, boys. So discard. I am going to discard this. It's pretty good. Actually, I'm going to play it. Am I? No. I'm not going to discard it. We're going to discard the lands. I'm going to draw more lands, surely, boys. I didn't play it. I forgot. We're going all over the shop. Boys, I guess I'm getting flustered thinking about Bloody's gigantic penis. Which is something to get excited about, perhaps. 1, 2, 3. Alright, I give up a land for this. Not a land, a thing. You know what I mean. Admiral Jean says, I used to work overnight in Walmart. The amount of troll women we would get rolling it. It's not about that, though. It's not about Bloody's not the ugliest woman on earth. Of course not. But you don't have to bang anyone every day. It's not a requisite of being alive. So if I saw Bloody, even if she was ripe for a blamming, I would probably say, I'm just gonna have a wank. If I'm that desperate in any situation. Alright, boys. I am gonna drips. I'm gonna ditch that. Okay, how are we not gonna die to random flips? I guess there's a lot of ways. Boys. There's a lot. Maybe I shouldn't have discarded that. It's very strong. Alright, I don't want to sacrifice any more treasures. Okay, boys. Let's see where we are. Oh! I can do the classic. If he plays this, I'll just attack it into Emrakul and leave it in the graveyard. The perfect combination of skill and bungler debate. That's what this channel is really all about, boys. I can't even begin to imagine where we would... Oh, unless he gets time wank. That would be a bit of a shame, but he's got a 1 in 89 chance, boys. 1 in 89 chance of cracking Demeter. Worm coils, not bad. Verdant rejuvenation. Okay, boys. That's a problem. Get 6 permanents and slap them on the field. But we still got plays, sort of. Not very good ones now. But we still got plays, lads. I mean, it's my turn, for sure. Emrakul is 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're definitely Emrakul in the balls out of here. Aren't we, boys? Oh, he'll have even more mana. Could be a problem, actually.
Harness the elements.
Could be a problem. But we'll have to squeeze our penis. And hope for the best, lads. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go full John Wayne speed down Adobe Premiere mode. And even though this game is pretty interesting, boys, I'll have to delete it to save us all from boring, whatever. Because this game is boring, lads, if I don't draw River's Rebuke. But if I do draw River's Rebuke, then it's really fun. Alright. That is okay. I think Tezzeret Betrayer needs to stay alive. So they're both alive. They're both alive. Looking at this. No, Tezzeret would be dead. Which I actually need. Because I need the treasure for Emerald Blobs.
I'll deal with you shortly.
Okay, boys. So I get an extra turn. I have to attack the Atali into the Emrakul just to get it out of the game completely. Then I won't exile it because that will be 8. But I don't know. Maybe that's not even the play. Because I can't kill enough of his lads. I think I'm just dead. I think I'm just dead, boys. To the skill. You know what? I know what the game is. I shouldn't act like I'm all upset about it. We know what playing Atali is. You flip the top of your deck and you squeeze your dick. And he squeezed his dick really well, boys. He squeezed his dick in just incredibly well. I shouldn't have played that first. But we'll see, lads. Crystalline 8. Literally what I said was 8. Yeah, I just don't have... I don't have enough. Unless he's got Wrath of God somehow. Oh! Morag is also kind of sexy boyish. Because Morag will give me 2 attack phases of his game. And that'll be good memes. How many treasures I got? 2. That can't be true. 3. So who's gonna die? I mean, nobody interesting, unfortunately, Lance. At the beginning of combat on my turn...
This creature will tear you apart.
Okay, boys. So, exile... What happens? If it was a land card, you get some extra mana. Alright. How are we going to crack at each meta, boy? Raise end Forerunners and not attack seems like my only chance of not being dead. Anyway, first things first. Each creature... Landfall, whenever land enters a battlefield under your control, if it's your main phase. I didn't play a land. Man, I'm fucking this right up. It's too late now. Alright, boys, I fucked it up. Lance, I should have had 2 turns, but I didn't read all of the stuff. Didn't read all the stuff, Lance. Yeah, I fucked it up. Boys, unfortunately, I gave myself a full GG's XDs. So I don't think I could have got out of it, but I could have attacked once more. But what would it have even done? Helm of my pubes. A lance. Alright, that was just nothing. I had to draw something. It says your main phase. If you play it first, whenever land enters a battlefield under your control, if it's your main... Oh, you're right, it's main phase. There's an additional combat phase. But I still would have lost. Like, let's say, so they don't have trample and everything else. I'd have to trade Emrakul for this, and he'd still have 50 creatures. So I'm pretty sure there was no way I could get out of that. So, unfortunately, boys, we are all going to have to start an antidepressant course on Monday because we lost a game of Mageecs. A pretty good game of Mageecs. And I know I don't want to sound like Darkside AIDS, but obviously, if that guy didn't get 8 free spells, I would have won easily. But that's the nature of that deck, I suppose. You flip a card and you squeeze your balls. Sometimes you get Arcane Signet, sometimes you get 6 permanents. And if it's the 6 permanents one, then we delete it and pretend it never happened, so that we can go like Legs VD. 17-0 in a game of Brawl, apparently. That, I've never heard of more sensible numbers. 17 wins, boys. That's just such basic Mageecs. I don't even know where to begin doing basic Mageecs. Alright, we got some kind of hammer aids. I thought hammer aids was reserved for virgins in historic. But, Lance, when it comes to magic, there's virginity everywhere. Everywhere, boys. Alright, Squeaks, I should give the guy a chance. But he's lost that chance by having his anus blasted out by Whizbangs FC. And there's not a lot you can do about it, boys. Not a lot that can be done about that. So let me read what this even does. Whenever a creature you control has AIDS, make sure everybody else also dies of AIDS. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 will give me 1, 2 mana. That's not a lot of actual lands. Is it, boys? Okay, I guess that's fine. We're gonna bounce the guy anyway. Okay, boys. I mean, 2 mana. At least I can kill it with this, though. Oh, come on, boys. Is this even Mageecs?
More power for me.
Alright, that's actually quite useful. Okay now, boys. Have we set the table significantly well enough to survive something? Because if he's got Farewell or Destroy Artifacts, then I'm going to get quacked. Lands. But I do need some lands. That'll do. Won't it, boys?
My artifacts give me strength.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Mageecs. Alright, we'll take the land. And we'll run the Numberwangs. So, what do I need? 7. 11. Alright, that's a lot. But we'll see how greedy I want to get, boys. Oh no, it's not. Or is it instant or sorcery? Copy target sorcery. Alright, it's only 3 then. So, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 3. 1, 2. I don't think that's enough. I don't think it's enough, Lance. Oh, but you know what is enough, boys? You know what is enough? I mean, we already saw it once, because it was classic memes. But we're certainly going to see it again. For the scenes! Boys, J. Cole knew what he was talking about the whole time. Absolute Billy Boy beatage, lads.
That is the sound. More power.
Who could ever crackety matter like this? Boys, I don't even know if you know what Mageecs is. Well, I know it's unbelievable scenes. Alright. I can get 2 turns off of this one. So we'll just use this. Alright. Easy shits. There's no way we're getting quanked now. Probably.
My device is finished. As are you. A valuable addition.
Okay, boys. Let's see how the gentleman can do 22 British damage. I mean, it's theoretically possible with a hammer, but it doesn't look like it is now. And I don't know about you boys, but I love Mageecs. If there's one thing I know, boys, it's how to say GG's XDs. If there's one thing I know,
Let's see how
boys,
you respond to genius.
it's how to say GG's and a little bit of XDs.
Power obeys the
Alright,
power.
full control as often, because I might bollocks it up, Lance. Tiago, you seeing this shit? J. Cole crackety Metro all those years ago. Unbelievable scenes. Although, to be honest, I don't need that. I don't want this game anyway. Except for maybe the minus. The minus on this was quite useful. Wasn't it, Lance? The minus on this was pretty good to be copied. They do work very well together. But getting an extra turn, I mean, I'm going to win. If this was only one extra turn, I would say I would have still won. What's the absolute nightmare scenario? Farewell, settle the wreckage. I still got 2 planeswalkers he can't kill. Probably would have been fine, lads. Probably. And now we've all completely forgotten that I just lost that Italy game. Right, boys? I'm back to being a full 50-0 lad. Slim says, our lad gonna finish the day with only 31. Is that including the classic 20 beans from 1 minute, pussy? So that's really, in a 5-hour stream, $11 from a turbo beg machine.
Guys, I swear we could do it. We could really hit. We could beat Phil, guys. Guys, if you just try really hard and rally your pubes, we might get the beeps.
All right, are we taking this, or is Howling Mine too much of the scenes? What do you think? Maybe that was a mistake. Howling Mine is very interesting, though. Because what I have discovered is that it often floods them out. Like, decks aren't designed to draw 2 cards a turn, and then they just end up discarding shit. But he did go first, and he played... Alright, it's blown up in my face, Lance. Boish, it's gone wrong. Lance, it's gone pretty wrong. But I will be able to say GG's XD's at the end of the week. Right, boys? Of course it will be, or something. So, play search. How am I not... Well, we'll see. I don't know what he's doing, obviously. I mean, that's kind of the fun of Mageecs, right? Not knowing exactly how a game's going to play out. Arcane Bombardment Bob's boys. Now we're in fucking Shitsville. Okay, well, let's solve that problem. That's another good land. Alright. So, do I kick it or do I play Emery? Haven't got any artifacts in the grave. I think you just give it a boot. No, because then search can get flipped, so we won't do it that way. Okay. Boys? Okay, sweet. Alright, lost 2 absolute bombs there, unfortunately. I feel like Flood of Tears would be useful this time. But we got big M's. We got plays. Blow up non-dragons. So we'll be able to blow up his boys, but not my boys. That's always good memes. Alright, boys. Wrath of God on a 1 lad. That's probably good, isn't it? Okay, boys, we might be able to crack the matters.
Get your
So Otawara acts as a bounce spell. It's just too good to waste on playing a land, I think. I think we should take it very easy. Easy quacks, as it said on the tubes. Easy quacks. So there's two plays I can make. I can allow this thing to attack and just have him play a random spell, which obviously could go extremely wrong. But if it doesn't, he doesn't get an extra turn, then I could murder it. Easily, boys. And I love doing the murders. The blowing up lands is an interesting one. I mean, it's not going to put me off, really. He should have blown up the untapped land. Well, then again, Askander is pretty good. Ornithopter, boys. I don't know. That's not the sex bomb we were all expecting, is it, Leech? So I could just play Emrakul. I feel like that's a waste. I don't feel like Emrakul is really the boy for us. I'm gonna just get rid of this.
You should just concede.
So Black Market Connection still gives me 3 mana, boys. So if he animates one of these lands, they can get Heartless acted. If he plays the dragon, I still think you just kill a dragon now. What does it even say? When it attacks, look at the top 7 cards of your life. If he's still blowing up lands, he is wasting his time. He is wasting his time, lands. Boys, that's why Howling Mine is pretty good. Not that I ever suspected a guy would have a land destruction theme and then stick at it when there's almost no chance I'm going to miss land drops and I'm getting free ramp every turn. But every game's different, lads, and I would certainly, shoitly take this over some other bollocks. Wouldn't you? There's no way I'm wasting a removal on this thing.
Now I see what you're doing.
That was a bit sexy, wasn't it, boys? Alright, that is unfortunate, but we do get to make treasures. I think we'll take the full house. Okay, boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I feel like I have to have 2 left over. So surely this is good memes. And I'll still have Fartless Act.
If I were you, I'd just rise and shine.
Alright, discard this. Discard a card. What don't I want? Everything's pretty good, isn't it, boys? I don't know if I need blow up everybody, though. Is that gonna be my mistake, lads? Assuming that I don't have to blow everyone up. Alright. He's gotta die. That's a shame, because I mean, he might know that he has no chance if all of these are land destructions and it's not going to help. So, whatever. Here's the other play I was thinking of making. Allow this thing to attack. Probably kill the Tezzeret still. In which case Liliana still get left behind. Anyway, let's see. Look at the top 7 cards. You may cast an instant or sorcery with mana value less than or equal to this guy. He would have just blown up a land, I think. It would have been something like this, and it wouldn't have helped. And then I could have played Emrakul, attack into this, leave it in the grave. He's got to deal with Emrakul, which is pretty difficult. Arcane Bombardment can get bounced. It was under control, lads. And that is how we slap a game up on the tubes. For the memes. Incroyable. levels of Magic the Gathering scenage. But let's go back to Vice Admiral Jean's discussion about Bloody's Wonglebina. What about everyone else? Like, she's doing an OnlyFans, so some people must be interested in people who look, I'm just gonna say, still have the face of a flower pot man. Have boobs made out of pure fat, I presume. And has a vag made out of a shotgun wound. Is that something that... Are men so lost? When it... I don't... Is it even being lost? Boys? Is it even being lost? Or are you just so experienced with banging girls that it's boring now? Like, who was that guy... David Carradine. He got so tired of banging and slags, he killed himself by accident by having the world's best wanky doodle. You gotta respect that level of dedication to finding new ways of tickling your bollocks. 100% that's not needed, but I'm just playing for the memes, boys. That's my excuse when it goes wrong. 100%, it was for the memes, Lance. I'm pulling a Murchie, boys. For reals, boys. Who's pay? Like, I can understand the appeal of a full-blown bungler because they've got something that girls don't have, which is a fat dick. But why would you want it? And I'm asking, Lance. This isn't rhetorical. Why would you want to go out with a girl who has some kind of mismatch bullshit going on in downstairs? Full-on mismatch lands. Oh, she was a great person, Mr. Cheeks. I mean, maybe you'd look beyond that if you thought to yourself, they're the greatest Willy Beaners ever, or something, you know? Maybe you'd look beyond that. But, Lance, what if you didn't look beyond that? Boish. Are you on Bloody's OnlyFans now? Checking out what looks to me like I can't sum up her facial features any cleaner than Pob, the flower pot man. Like a mixture between that guy and Andrew Tate. And I'm like, I don't know, boys. When I look at her, I think there's just nothing. There's nothing on that table that would make me think I'm gonna sub here and not to Angela White, or I want to go out with her, or I wouldn't be upset if I turned up to a date, and a blind date, obviously, because otherwise you'd know what you're in for, and Bloody showed up. Boys, I mean, I don't even know what the hell's going on. Lance, are we even GGXDing? Heroic intervention. So am I wasting the removal on that? I don't think so, still. We've still got Baleful Mastery for this turn. Rosy Cotton Shit. That's a weird sort of South Lane. That's a lot of evocative memeage, boys. A lot of evocative memeage. Vice Admiral Jean says, I have heard online that in some cases it's tighter than a normal one. It's not about tightness. I mean, I don't know what it's about, but it ain't about that, probably. Oh man, I don't want to discard this. I think that's how you easily win this game. I should have discarded Flood of Tears. There's no way I'm going to need that. Yeah, that's a mistake, boys. Flood of Tears isn't needed. I should have kept this, ditched the land and the flood. Why would I want to put all this back? It's all mine, boys. It's all memes. Lynch. So that's 3 and that's also 3. So we'll just play Extinction Event. Agreed, boys? Of course it's agreed. We're on the tubes. We're talking about bonglers.
But I will not.
Maybe I should have activated the land as well. Alright, I didn't know that this had something. Alright, that's not bad. Alright, do I have to play this turn? It looks like I do. Whenever a Barbary Bubs.
A valuable addition.
Yeah, it does look like I have to play it, but at least I can ditch the flood now.
I can practically.
I don't need this either.
Success already.
Okay, boys, everything looks like it's going according to plan. Easy shits. Like, Bloody's OnlyFan is allegedly for charity, but everyone loves showing off. Like, that's something I've come to realize in the last... maybe I should have just killed this on the stack. That's something I've come to realize with Twitter, is almost every girl... In the same way that it's the same with us. So it's not like I'm attacking girls. I don't want to be one of those lads. If you're in shape, I don't think I've ever had a photo taken of me where I'm not flexing my biceps. I fucking love it, lads. I love feeling like Bertie Big, Bicey Beanos. Always. So for girls, I guess it's look at my fat ass or my sexy tits. You know, like, what's her name? E-Philly. It's fine, boys. Whenever an artifact becomes tapped, draw a card. Okay, boys, I'll take that deal.
A minor setback.
I don't think I've ever had that. Alright, well, that's that. So it's fine. But then there's the next level where the amount of OnlyFans girls in Magic is, and I'm not exaggerating, to my eyes, is about 50 to 60%. On Twitter, obviously. And by on Twitter, I mean, of course, that's where they fucking all live. We'll scan that 450 player Pro Tour today, and there won't be a single woman sitting at any tables. We'll scan the cosplay showdown for some Joanne Fabrics shit or some fake commander bullshit, and it'll be 50 clean %, because they're really good at that kind of Mageecs, but not real Mageecs. You know what I mean, lads? Of course you do. Slap another one up on the tubes. So making an OnlyFans is fine, but nobody's obligated to pay for it. Although Bloody did sprinkle in the added aids of pretending it's for charity, when we know it's just because she wants to show her tits. But the ultimate bottom line that I'm trying to present is who's paying for that and why. Is it because you just want to support someone you think's a great streamer? Or is it because you want to wank off to her legitimately 100% fat tits? And when I say 100% fat, I mean there are no glands that make them dense boobomatrons. It will feel, presumably, exactly like squeezing LSV's tits. No distinction, because they're made of the same stuff. Oh, but she's a beautiful woman, Cheeks. She's biologically got beams or some aids. To be fair, nobody makes those arguments against me, but it's still kind of funny. Well, it's not kind of funny, it's interesting. And funny. Oh, we getting thought squeezed. No, not yet, boys. We getting mana spiked. Nope. Easy shits, boys. Hers aren't silicone. I don't think so. She never said they had boobomatron surgery, but then, yeah, you're right. I never actually thought about that. But if I were to think about it, I would say I'm sure that she just got lucky with the type of hormone she was on, because her body really changed. Like, she is a proper lean person for someone who used to be a man. Like, she was a gym bro, pretty much. And her physical features are very svelte. But still, boys, that face is giving the game away. Nobody needs to play, what do you call it, with that one? What's the game I'm talking about? Nobody needs to play... What's that game? Guess Who? No one's playing Guess Who when it's bloody on the picture. Who looks like a lad? Bloody. Rack 'em up, son. We finished. But, you know, boys, the question is, I suppose, who's wanking?
This is just the beginning.
Who's wanking? Because apparently she doesn't even whip him out fully. Obviously, everyone says that at the start. I remember Yana Amari was saying, I'm just going to do lewds, guys. Guys, they're just going to be like, I dress as Liliana and show a bit of my bum crack. Isn't that going to be good? Ali Warfield, exactly the same. Guys, I just want to be like free to express my nips, but no nips. And now both of them are routinely sucking dicks on OnlyFans. One of them's dead, and the other one hates men so much she still fucks them all the time. Bizarre. But it's for work or some shit. Right? Fucking hell. Whatever. I know so much AIDS. Now we're talking about it. How much AIDS have I been exposed to? I started streaming because I saw Kenji and I thought that guy was boring and I was going to stream Magic. That is literally how I started. And now all I do is talk about the Quack Watson thinking being racially abused is fucking funny memes and no one else gives a shit except me. But heaven forbid, boys, someone asked Talia Tits why her knockers are out on Pro Tour shit day. Heaven forbid. I never even knew about bunglers. And I feel like I could write a dissertation on one now. I just wanted to play Mirror March in free play. And this is where I am, boys. How is that Mageecs? Plus, it looks like we're playing another crybaby fucking pussy. Which is good memes. Yeah, Ali Warfield got banned. Well, I mentioned that right at the start of the stream. What did she do, boys? She's claiming it's porn-based. But the fact that you're allowed to upload porn must mean she was literally fucking a dog. Because the amount of dicks I've seen in Angela White on Twitter, you would think anything goes between a man and a woman. Or 2 women or 2 men. Or 2 bunglers. Or 4 bunglers. Or 20 fucking lads. But whatever Ali did, she's out. Boys, I don't know. We might have to think about calling the police. For the memes. You know what I mean, boys? Of course you do.
Brilliance comes easy.
I'm on the tubes. Alright, so it does look like the lad has killed himself. So there's not a lot else we can do, boys. Except go full legs VD and slap this up on the tubes. Hello and welcome to another game of Magic Duels. As you can see, I am 500 turns ahead and opponent has done a self-murderage. Of course, we still have to play like we're absolutely on the Pro Tour because everybody watching me is a fucking moron. Okay, sweet! So, I think at the end of the turn, I am going to do nothing and hold up saw it coming. Opponent definitely looks like I should call an ambulance, but I have to win this game first. Okay, sweet! Alright, boys, it looks like another fun game of Magic the Gathering. If it looks like you're gonna lose, you know what? I mean, this is what we do, boys. These are the kind of peeps. Professor Peepers told me he stopped considering killing himself to be around. Imagine that, boys. Unbelievable scenes. Imagine looking your son in the eye and saying, I've tweeted out multiple times, I wish I was dead. And then Christine Sprank started playing Avacyn, and I thought, I'll give this game another chance. All the while, you're just sitting in your fucking bed, thinking I'm gonna shoot my dad one day. We got just our most wholesome community ever, boys. I fucking love this place. Love it. Tiago says we need to find out if it was a hate crime Ali did on Twitter. She must have done something to do with discrimination. It just had to have been. Because like I say, if it's porn based, I've seen things, boys. In my look, this is the truth. Looking up Ali Warfield's co-panel presenter, paid for by WizBoys. If you type her name in the tweets, the very first result is her having her ass blown out by a bungler. Almost no magic, zero physical magic or arena ever played. Or every once in a while, they'll tweet, I played a game of Magic. Here are some cards. But they're full-on OnlyFans porn stars. And that person ain't banned, but Ali Warfield is banned. Boys, I don't know about you, but Mageecs or some shit. So that's a long way off. So, oh, it's Aragorn. Okay, so I can't be fucking around. I took my eye off the shits, lads. Aragorn, you gotta get this guy off the field immediately all the time. Otherwise, you are getting whacked. But the good news for us is that I'm exceptionally good at Mageecs. You have to do it main phase as well, I think. Just to avoid any protection-y shit. So I could still get smashed. I could really get smashed. I have to find a land. Once, yeah, I mean, it's okay, boys. So, I got 1 mana. Yeah, it's gonna be hard, boys. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. It's gonna be hard. I think I'm gonna die. I think, boys, that I bollocked this up. I think, boys, that this has gone full balbinos. I also can't count because I thought I could play this, but I got River's Rebuke for a turn. Torrential Gearbanger. No, I suppose Perilous Voyage is something, but we're obviously going to have to rebuke here. And even then he could have protection or counters, and then I'll be fucked, boys. But this deck is so easy to beat. You just kill this. You kill it on turn 4 with a 2-mana murder spell, dead every time. No way backs, oh boys. See, if I had killed it, it'd be easy shits. So what's that, dead? 22. Easy shits, boys. Easy Mageecs. Lance, I just couldn't find... Well, I never really looked, to be honest. I thought River's Rebuke would do enough, and it clearly didn't. So now, boys, we're back on the depression train. What a game that was, though. Slim, you can't be posting that face. Otherwise, I'll have to ban 50 peeps.
Now, guys, I can handle being razzed. You know, I'm like one of the guys. I can handle some joshing, but if anybody ever makes fun of me ever, you're getting banned. And don't come at me and ask to be unbanned, because I'll tell you to eat shit. Okay, guys? Thanks. Thanks for the positive stream, Mr. AIDS.
Thanks, boys. Thanks, boys. Easy quacks. So what does this do? Whenever you sacrifice a permanent, dee, put a 1/1 counter on this. When it dies, get 8. Okay. Alright, boys. We need a land. We need a land, and it'll be easy GG. But if I don't draw a land, I might have to phone the police. Okay. The police might have to be informed, boys, about the way this game is going. Hand jobs. Okay, Lance. He's let his guard down.
valuable addition.
Okay, that's a pretty good bunch of cards, but no lands, so I suppose I should be grateful. Pretty good bunch of cards, but no British lands. See? Worked out. So what kind of deck is this guy playing? Or shall I just... Boys, I'll hold it. Just like if I'm looking at too many pictures of bloody at once. I'll hold it, Lance. I might need a sweeps. I might need a Liliana. To be fair, I think Liliana would have won the game if I just got it. We haven't seen Tezzeret once today, Lance. Isn't that bizarre that a card could be missing the entire match? But everybody plays that 1-mana mono white card on turn 1. Ragabands! Can't have that lad stinking the place out, boys. He's an absolute lad. What's this? Okay, boys, that's a good draw. Nobody was ever upset to see one of those.
Ethereal will bend to my will.
He's got a lot of mana, though. He's got a lot of mana, Lynch. So what does this do? A 3/1 flyer. Oh, he's going to want this, boys. He's going to want to spunk that out. It's not going to work, because I'm really good at Mageecs. You know what I mean, Lance? Of course you do, boys. I'm on the tubes. And we've been talking an awful lot about fake Boobomatrons. Braids, that's fine. Yeah, I should have got the Planeswalker. Would have settled my pubes, I think. Still, boys, they made the thumbnails bigger, right? On my phone, those are much bigger than they were literally even yesterday. That's good. I like them, boys. I like them bigs. Everybody likes them bigs. Rankle and Torby, boys. Alright, a 4/4. Still gonna die, I think. Oh no, those are treasures, so that won't work. Alright, fair enough. Oh, boys. It's like, it's a sweeties. We're looking at the sweeties board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think you just take the portal now. Yeah. I mean, it could go wrong. He could have anything. He's got a lot of mayonnaise. He's got a lot of colours, but we'll see. But I'm pretty happy with these emotes getting a bit bigger. Right, boys? It's pretty sexy. It's pretty sexy, Lance. Because they were very small, but at the same time you can clearly see massive tits now, which could be a problem for YouTube. I mean, how can it be? Everyone loves massive tits. They're not out. Lisbo is on the tubes, boys. So it should be all beautiful, clean British memes. York Moth, that's pretty good, boys. We're gonna catch him. We're gonna catch him with his pants out.
Pants out, balls down. Easy quacks.
I mean, you got no place. Pay a life, sacrifice another creature. Alright. Well, I suppose that is kind of a play. Oh, that would actually counter my own spell. Alright, let's not do that. Okay, boys. What's for dinner? What is for dinner? Sausages, I think. I got some sausages in the fridge. But I have already eaten. Captain Dildo's. I mean, Captain Dildo's not going to kill me. Right, well, I suppose I am taking a bit of a slapping. But I get a free creature every turn. So that guy's pretty strong. And what does this do? Whenever Rankle deals combat damage to a player or battle, choose any number. Each creature creates a shits. I'm not a big fan of the old each there, boys. I think we'll just play a big boy.
More power. Facing me is choosing death. Progress is power.
Alright. Unless Emrakul comes shooting out of his arse, I should be alright. Okay, what about this? Create 3 treasures. Do I care about that? I think no, still. I think it's all fine. Boys, rack 'em up. Slap 'em up on the tube sledge. Boys, pube 'em up on the AIDS. Now I can just sacrifice all of the treasures that he makes. I'm very smart, boys. Incredible stuff. What should I have for dinner, though? What's my alternatives? I mean, this is the UK, so everything's closed. So there's no... Yeah, there's just no takeaway potential. So 5 Guys is out. I could go for some 5 Lance. Now I'm sad. There's nothing good. Hey, boys. That's not bad. Nothing good in the fridge. I suppose I could cook stuff. But like I said, I've already eaten. Sort of. But you know I like to stay awake 24 hours, boys. A nice dinner of whiz and rum. And then we're back on the tubes. Alright, I get to go first. I think I just need to be more careful about hitting my mana-y shits. That's not great either. But it's got Sora coming. Right, because this thing can be something. Right, lads. That thing can be something. And I don't want it to be something. I want it to be nothing. I suppose I'll just draw at the end step. You know, like a pro. Pulp should be on. He should be. Is he announced? If he is, then I'll definitely be watching that. Okay, I mean, those are great cards, but we need lands. Uh-oh, boys. We are getting ready to crack the matters. This band land better be watching out for full means, boys.
I am here. Power obeys the power.
Full means a land. Lads, full Meesh. I mean, he's not scheduled. Piece of piece I'm talking about. He's not scheduled, so we're going to have to cross our fingers that we get good 3 a.m. entertainment. I love a bit of good 3 a.m. entertainment, boys. And don't pretend that you don't. Hey, there's the boy. So you think this deck is a blink deck? How many fucking lands am I going to miss, by the way? You think this deck is a blink deck, Baba boys? It's so dangerous.
Don't you see? You have already
That better not put something back on the field. No. Could have really fucked that up, Lance. I mean, progressing with your mana accelerants obviously is a very good play. However, if he's blowing up my enchantments every turn, I mean, artifacts, I am artifact based. So we can't have that, lads. I hope he's doing a restream. Gix's command, return 2 creature cards from your grave to your hand. I don't know about that, boys. I think we're going to allow that. I think we're going to allow it, boys. Oh, I've only got 1 black land. Why is this game giving me so much AIDS? Boys!
serves me well.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could play wormy shits. He might want to attack that. I mean, how do you get rid of it, really? Yeah, I don't want to do that. 1, 2, 3. All right, here's what's going to happen, boys. We're going to play this. We're going to hope that this guy can do the blocks.
You were foolish. It is the ideal subordinate.
I still feel like everyone's going to end up dead. Such a bad play, actually. So, D. Alright, one of my guys is just going to get killed. And that's fine. Once again, Lithoform engine looking like the clunky load of old shit that it definitely isn't, boys. It's top quacks. It's top quackage. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
You will suffer for this.
The top of all quacks. Elish Norn. I don't think I care about that. Cyclonic Rift, eh? That's pretty good.
You're still one step behind.
I have missed a borderline illegal amount of lands, boys, and I'm just gonna say I ain't happy about it. I ain't happy at all, boys. I think I'm just gonna try and recover. So all these guys can get fucked.
We'll meet again.
Alright, well you can't have that. I need lands though. No! It's just always the fucking same. It's always the same. Everything's, I mean, I wouldn't say it was under control, but it ain't this bad. Boys, 40x lands. Ah, fuck it. I'm gonna just lose. Never mind, Lance. Sometimes a man just gets, what? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana to your 4, 5, 6 classic memes. And it is all beautiful Mageecs. I'm just going to take all the damage. he doesn't know how much he should play this thing and just blow up a treasure. Because I'm so far behind. 4, 5, 6, 7. Even Emrakul can't save me. Unless something else randomly ends up in the grave. So what does this do? Incubate 5 times. I mean, it's fine. Creatures get +1 until end of turn and double strike. Okay. I mean, it all gets killed. Alright. What's the next one? Creatures get +1 and double strike. Ah, this game can suck a fucking dick. Fucking load of old bullshit. This would have been a really decent enough game, I think. This would have been a decent game if I had drawn a land in my 500 draws. But it's Mageecs, boys. And sometimes you do have to die of AIDS. Down back to 5 mana. 5 to 9. That means I've missed at least 4 natural mana drops, or whatever the fuck they're called. But also, probably... Alright, only probably another one. Then I think I took lands from this. Whatever! I'm complaining, boys. I'm complaining, and everybody needs to give me $50. For the memes, boys. For the memes. Elish Norm. We did it, boys! Cracked your fucking dad's ass. Just nothing else, though. Fuck me. So I do think he'll play this now. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Boy, it's just all a load of old pubes. Imagine the streamer not having it all his own way. That is so insane. Imagine, boys, watching legs have to fight from mana screw and then lose. You would literally cut your legs off. And arms, and then just roll down the hill into the sea. How would you not, boys? It would be unbelievable scenes. Alright, we got kind of lucky there. Alright, boys, now we're rolling. Now we're rolling, boys. Alright, now we're back in the shit. I mean, I got a couple of turns. Yeah, we got stuff. We got stuff, lads. We can get out of it. But also, he's got cards as well. He's got cards as well, boys. I always say that looks like that's the right play. It's never the right play. It's always 0. 0 is the right play. Even though it looks like I'm nearly dead, we can crackety meter, boys. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I still need a land. Oh, well, boys, sometimes it's magic, I suppose. So let's see. What am I gonna do here, boys? Do I just look for some solutions, or do I play Wormy Boy, but with Wormy Boy gets exiled? So that ain't good. I think you do look for a solution. That's not it. I don't think this is it either, but it should definitely get me Emrakul next turn. Actually, doing damage to this doesn't do anything. Alright, boys. Let's see. If he can physically do 3 damage to me, then I will die. And all that talk about plussing this being shit is going to make me look like I don't know what I'm talking about. But no matter what, lads, I know you'll have to take your anti-depression milkshakes, But I have enjoyed this game, apart from being mana screwed for 8 turns. I feel like if it wasn't for that, I might have been able to get out of it dead. I actually don't think I can get out of it. I don't think I can get out of it no matter what I do. If I take an extra turn with Emrakul, what does that actually do? I need to gain life. At the beginning of M step, choose target creature with something. I mean, I don't care about that. I don't think. Alright, so it's going to kill the bird, right? When your opponent has no creatures, sacrifice this. Okay, boys. So... it's not the end step, so you can just recast stuff. So, who needs to go back to school? This thing... I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest, lads. So, if I play Emrakul, then I definitely die. Unless I can give myself life somehow. If I play Tezzeret, I'll die as well. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I play River's Rebuke, I also die. Oh, fuck this. I'm just playing this. You never know. There might be a way to give me 20 life. I mean, I don't know how that helps.
I am the Emperor of Kamigawa. And only you could keep watch for intruders.
Okay, boys. How am I going to gain 5? Hey, boys. Well, that doesn't actually help. So, first things first. Draw 2. Or shall I exile one of my own boys? We'll do this first. Actually, it's got vigilance. Okay, so Sunfall, exile all of the boys, don't want to do that. Exile Kaya, it's not very good either. Alright, let's have a look.
I'll keep watch.
Meat Muff Massacre also kills me, I think. Scry 1, I will scry 1 into the Royal. Extremely aids, boys. Put a 1-1 on target. Oh man, Virgin! After all that, he had to go full Virgins. Classic virginity, boys. Classic Virgins. Oh, do I have to? Okay. Boys, I guess I've got a bit of AIDS.
Let your blade do the talking.
So there's no way to gain any life. Yeah, there's just no way, boys. So I suppose the only thing I could have done was play Tezzeret and gain 1, but I would have died in 100 different ways from that. But I definitely would have died if I played Emrakul. And, unfortunately, the man exposed himself as a fucking pussy. GG's, Dan. Yes, everybody knows. And I'll say this in case you don't know. Everybody knows. If you say GG's mid-game, you're a virgin. Everyone knows. It's bad manners, and it just makes you look like a pussy. And I lose so few games, if you really break it down. I lose so few games that people can't give me the GG's because I smash them up so much. But on the rare occasion, Lance, that Adobe Premiere screws me over, they always have to say it. Like, it must be 50% of the games I lose. And like I say, I don't think it's a man just trying to say, I had a good time, Mr. Cheeks. Good game. I think he's saying, I did it, Dad. I managed to prove I'm as good as legs and win a meaningless game on the tubes. GGs and NXTs. So what does this one do? Flying Vigilance. Activate abilities of creatures your opponent's control can't be activated. Drana and Limbala have all activated abilities of all creatures your opponent's control. So that's not very good against me. But I don't have any mana ramp. So unless I start drawing some, we might be in for an identical game as the one previously, where I missed 50 lands. For the memes, boys. For the memes. On the plus side, I don't have anything obvious to take, and whatever he takes is not going to matter. River's Rebuke. Okay, I mean that tells a lot that he might be a dump his hand mum kind of a pussy. Okay, lands are good. I should have played the blue though. That's a mistake. I didn't play the blue because I didn't want him to see that I'd drawn a land. But if I did, I could have played a counterspell. So boys, we are going to have to say that was a mistake. But I'm also going to say quack W for what's known in the business as the memes. Okay boys? Okay, sweet. Okay, sweet. Legs would never show. Legs won't. He won 17 games in a row in this last video, apparently. Imagine having the brazen aids to pretend you built a deck that could win 17 best-of-1 arena games in a row. Why? It's just, he's such a pussy. It just doesn't make any sense. But at least we love Mageecs, boys.
Walk through walls? Anything.
Don't we, Lance? We fucking love them Mageecs. I don't think you have any play except minus in on this. There you go. He's figured it out, Lance. Incredible Mageecs. Incredible Mageecs. I mean, I don't think I care about this. Even if it comes back as a weenie, we got plays, Lance. We got plays, and we've got aids. Oops. I can see why he got rid of River's Rebuke now. Same problem for the land. Also, Perilous... should I be playing this? Because this exiles all of my shit, too. I suppose I play it just in case. I am a bit of a just in case kind of a Magic the Gathering player. Right, boys? I mean, we've been talking about Bloody a lot earlier. And you got to do a full body inspection just in case. Obviously, boys. So we got Wash Away for 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana if I play an artifact. Talia, the filthy bitch. Okay, boys. That's a bit late, you fucking bitch. Shuffle that in, or... Volt just sends me backwards too much, though. I think. So, I could, yeah, River's Rebuke would be good. But we got 2 River's Rebuke alternatives, and now we got like 10 Sex Bomb banned alpha cards. So I guess we can crackety matter. Bonnish. Activated abilities, blah blah blah. That's all shit. As long as it's not a dragon. It's a vampire angel.
Ghosting feels weird, I know.
So this comes back even if it's exiled. Yes. Okay, boys. Okay, boys. Alright, I'll say no. Only because I don't know how much mana I need to spend. I think that's the one. I should have read it first. Yeah, can't cast spells with mana value greater than number of turns they've taken. So it could have blown up in my ass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I do think you play this. Time wanks for the memes. Lance. That's not a time wanks. So he'll get all of his boys back. I'm also on 12. I never ever think about those kind of things. I think I have to exile. If he pluses on this Sangromancer, then I'm going to exile and then have wash away for this. But if he's got another sexy Planeswalker, then he's just done me in, boys. Then he's just done me in. Three, 6, 7. I lose so many artifacts as well. I just can't though, man. What am I looking for? Blue? Oh, it doesn't make any difference. Oh, he could phase out. That would fuck me up. Oh, they're the same cards! I thought they came back as spirits of the thing. I didn't know they go back in his hand. Alright, boys. We can give noodles this one. We can definitely schwibbly babbly boodle. You gotta choose this, you fucking idiot. Jesus. Alright, boys, we can definitely schwibble this one out. Probably not with that, though. Okay, boys. How am I not going to die? I don't know. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see, boys. I think I did fix the Bolus deck. We could play a couple of Bolus games before the end of the day. For sure, boys. One thing I have been thinking about, only because it works really well in this deck whenever I draw it, is Gilded Lotus. 5 mana adding 3 on the spot is so good because you can also protect it with a counter if you have one. That's something I might consider sticking in the Bolus deck. For this deck, I would say the biggest cards I'd never want to draw are Lithoform Engine, like I say, the 3 mana Godzilla artifact, and Bolus's Citadel. Because Bolus's Citadel, I mean, if I'm on 30, the only way that that's done is because of this. And if this has gone off, it's I'm going to win anyway. Okay, those aren't good enough, well, boys, or are they? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think so, not without a land. No. Hang on. So I just need to put this in his hand, and I've got a chance. I don't think so, boys. I don't think it can happen. Not with any of these cards. Never mind. So I'm on 6, and I'll take 3, 4, 5, 6, no matter what happens. Right. There's nothing that can be done, Lance. GG Shakshadish. I don't know. I felt like there were probably ways out of that. Like, it just felt like we were flinging cards and not really understanding what was going on. But either way, boys, I definitely died of AIDS there. Alright, I'll play a couple of bubbles and then we'll come back to this. Maybe. We'll see where I am by the end of the evening. You know what I mean, boys? I need to get... Des says we need to get Cheek's new keycaps. So, I mean, obviously... No, not keycaps. I need a new mouse wheel. It's my mouse wheel that's stopping me drawing all the lands that I need. Boys. Clearly, Capcom don't know what they're doing, because I was just chaining lands like nothing yesterday. And now, boys, we died of AIDS. Oh, man. I was just going to say, we can play this bitch. Oh, boys. I was just going to say, we can play this bitch. Because I was Tezzeret. I fucking hate all of these pussy cards. But it's not like me to give it a chance. Only, I'll say again, only because Wash Away is the reason I'm entertaining this game. Nothing else. If I didn't have Wash Away, I knew I would die. And even then, I might still die. If he's got Spell Pierce or some other shit. But this is an absolute cunt of a card. It's just a really poorly designed... Alright, go eat your mum's fucking tits, you pussy. That'll teach me. That'll teach me to even try, boys. It's such an awfully designed pussy card. It's one of those cards that resolves on entering the field, and unless you're blue, there's nothing you can do about it, and then it will just win the game. It's fucking stupid. But Wizards just don't care about a card being stupid. Because who do they have to answer to? Lure Spunk Buckets. Nobody gives a shit about this format. That's what makes it so perfectly built, boys. Like, even, what you call it, is acceptable, if you ask me. Crucius. Because you've got until end step to kill it. You don't have any time unless you counter that spell. And that's why it's fucking bollocks. That's why it's fucking bollocks, Lynch. And anybody who dare question my appraisal is getting banned. Because I love a good debate. I love a good debate, boys, but if you say I'm wrong, you're out of here. That's Mageecs. That's Mageecs, boys. Boys, that's Mageecs. Like I say, you can disagree, you can say you've beat that card. You can beat cards. I went against my own rules earlier in my warm-up game, and I played against 5-color slivers. And just because it's been so long, I wanted to see, is this card, is 5 colors truly as AIDS as I always complain about? And boys, there were no slivers in the whole deck. And I still won, but it didn't feel like it didn't feel good. It just felt like a shit game of AIDS. Alright, boys, this is a shit game of AIDS too. But in my favour. Look, he's got nothing except shitty cards, boys. And I'm on the verge of going full quench. I'm on the verge of full quench. So I don't want to hear anyone tell me this looks like a shit game because I've got triple the resources of this guy. Boys, by the laws of Cocaine's, this is the greatest game you've ever seen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's extremely unlikely he has Mana Tithe. But why risk it when you're definitely going to win otherwise? You know what I mean? Boys. Of course you do. You're watching a man play a game on the tubes. So you know he is absolutely top quacks. I should have read what this did. But, you know, it's not my style. Not my style, boys.
You should bow in the presence of a deity.
I mean, he's missed all his land drops. The whole thing. The whole thing is balls. You know what I mean, boys? I think I could take one. Slim says, now you have to let them get 10 angels before you attack. Or you might... I mean, those boys... Those are the absolute rules we're going to see at top tournaments. I don't feel bad, because I've never seen it happen to anyone else. We've seen walls and walls of fat lads playing Magic the Gathering. Everyone has to lose the first round. Well, 75% of a Commander tournament have to lose the first game. I've never seen a single one of them start crying. But Lua Spunkbags cried, and then when they said, obviously, why? She said, because they were attacking me, boys. And I don't know about you, that does seem like a fundamental element of a game of Mageecs.
I have returned.
That's why Commander is so balls, and that's why everybody who writes articles about Commander, generally, all your Mana Curves and Emma Partlows and fucking Jimmy Wongs and his mate, they can't be held accountable for the gibberish they say, because there's just nothing. There's just no proof of anything when it comes to Mageecs. You can say anything. This card is extremely good. Guys, are you not playing Memory Deluge? Well, let me tell you the 10 reasons why you should. Who the fuck cares? You can do anything. You can play 50 copy. Well, you can only play 1 copy, obviously. But it's good sometimes. It's going to be shit some other times. Which is true of almost every card. And yet, I still see these fucking top-quacking dweebs try and convince me that Sol Ring is balls. And I don't know much about Mageecs. But if there's one thing I do know, lads, it's Sol Ring is definitely not balls. If you want to win a game with Mageecs, you should probably be playing that. So, next turn, everything shuffles back into my Balbinos. So what do I want to do? I think I'll play Key and then exile this thing. Right, boys. Nothing else I can play. Alright. Boys, what a shit game. Lance, I don't know about you, but I love Mageecs. So I put 4 mana bubbles back because I realized it was really good. I mean, obviously, it's not as good as Vicious Rumors, which is another good example of listening to idiots. Merchant, our good fat hog roast pal, came along and said, I don't really see why this is any better than Vicious Rumors. It does the same thing, but like 3 turns earlier. Merchy boys, the reason you think that those are the same cards is because you're fucking a fat AIDS bitch. Boys. But still, everyone in the comments, instead of being like, Merch, just stick to goat laughing and stroking your fat chin. Even though the whole time Merchant was 25 years old. That picture in the comments, 25 years of age. Don't eat a hog roast for dinner every day, boys. That's all I can tell you. You want to look 40, age 10, hog roast. Alright, so as I've said before, everything about this deck is already known. I just need 2 murder spells and it's GG's. That's 1, that'll do. That's 1, boys, so it should be easy Mageecs. Don't tell me you don't love easy Mageecs, boys. Because I know you do. So burn down the house is 5, and that thing is also 5. That's pretty good memes. I know you love memes, boys. That's why Murchie exists. For the memes! Alas. So I do want to play Into the Royal on this, but I think it's a mistake. That also could be a mistake. But I thought this was Wash Away! Whoops! Okay, boys. Okay, Lance. Hopefully he doesn't play a green Lance. Okay, it's tapped, so it's under control, boys. Under control. For a second, we might have had to call the police because of my Shinigami AIDS eyes giving me AIDS. But, Lance, in the end, everything worked out. Classic Mageecs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he still has 6 mana. But we have into your mum's ass. So, we should be able to crack at this one, Lance. We should be able to crack this one, boys. Kinnan? That guy is a bit shit. This bitch! Boys, really gonna have to slam these fools around. Alright, another game where I feel like I need to draw a land. Come on, boys! Alright, that should be GG's X-Quacks. That should be big quacks, boys. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it costs 8 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've played against Aragorn literally 50 times. I've never seen Aragorn not be the centerpiece of the whole deck. That's why it's so easy to fuck up, Lance. That's why it's so easy to crack at him, Metro Boy. Oh, I still can't cast this cunt. Oh my god, you bitch of a game. Okay, boys. This is where it could get tasty bollocks. Probably not, but still. Probably not, but still, boys, you never know. No chance we're having that shit. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. Okay, this is 4 mana-ish, so cut down. Oh, let's cut down. It's not the right one. Alright, we'll have Into the Royal. We'll have Into the Royal and Blood on My Pubes. Okay, boys. Okay, sweet. Also, that's not how you spell Liliana, right? Okay, boys, so we're just going to blow everyone up. One snow, 2 snow. Only 2 snows. Oh, we can... Yeah, only 2. Come on. Why is this game so AIDS? I still think I'm going to need that. I'm going to need that, boys. Time tits. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, Lance. We might have held him off enough to crack at E-Matrix. We might have held him off enough for the memes. Whenever you cast a legendary spell, exile the top 2 cards of your mum. You may be able to see GG XD, boys. Easy. easy quacks. Just like I said, ladies and shits, don't worry about 99 of the cards in this deck, because they're all bollocks. You just have to keep killing Aragorn, and it's easy quacks. Once again, whether we're talking about Bloody's enormous old dick, or if we're talking about how to win games on the tubes, nobody knows more about the universe than your pal Cheeks. Boys, once again, I've absolutely shattered D-Matter. Incredible baby mode 8. Alright, couple more games. Any deck anyone wants to see or anything before we go, boys? Anything left in the world to be done, to be debated? Shall we go on Twitter and look at Bloody's maps? I mean, I don't know if I could do that anymore on the way Elon Musk wants Twitter set up. He doesn't want people being linked to his site, boys. He doesn't want traffic being driven to his own site. He would rather everybody die of AIDS. Alright, I think this is a mulligan's. Expected windfall is great, but if I miss a man ace, I think it's all over. What do you think, Lance? Alright, literally the exact same thing. Alright, that's better. Sunbirds is pretty sexy, but that's all good. Do I want 3 2-mana spells? I'm gonna say no. I gotta get super crazy, boys. Super crazy up in this bitch. Alright, just let me draw another 2-mana spell then, you fucking load of AIDS. So do I just take lands? Slap, boys! This is the kind of game that really gives me the horn. This is what you call 66 double D chess. I saw 50 moves ahead with my hard mulligans. And now we get to stick this game on the tubes. 24 seconds. Opponent played no spells. Pure legs VD entertainment. Boys, we're fully Andrew Tatum, living outside of the simulated matrix. I see everything, boys. Except how that man is going to get away with sex trafficking. But he said he never did it, boys, and he also said he was never bald. So I guess it's all GG's XDs for everybody. Crucius, absolute land. But I've only got 2 mana for the 50th game in a row. What do you think, boys? Target creature perpetually gets -3, so I only get 1. But 1 is always enough with Crucius, because he's that good. We're going full memes, Lance. If I don't draw a land, I'm just going to complain. Okay, Lance. Easy shits. Easy shits. If I can't get it to work... Okay, boys, I'm getting very close to saying 8. Boys, I'm getting extremely close to saying this game was designed by people with 8. Lance, slap it up on the tube. Sort of. Oh, maybe it's not the best one now. It fucking is still. So Hour is great, Arena is good. I need mana, so Bolus has got to go. But then Bolus can pressure this bitch at least. Nah, fuck your mum. Alright, here we go, boys. We're in a game of Mageecs. That's what we wanted, isn't it, Lance? Of course it is. Like I said, you only need 1 Crucius activation, and he's really doing the memes. And I know you can say, but Cheeks, Legs didn't need Crucius for 2 years. And boys, I would agree with you that that must mean Crucius is bullshit. Because how could that not mean that thing, lads? How could that not mean that thing? Nice virgin lands. Phyrexian Obliterator. Boys, I don't know what we're doing about that. Well, there you go. Solved. Solved, boys. I'm fucking really good at magic. I should have played Relic first, but don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody, boys. I was just super excited. Loath? But you're gonna get absolutely smashed. Unbelievable scenes.
Darkness will swallow the light.
Boys,
We will slay our
we might be able to slap these things up on the tubes.
Don't bother me.
I'm not really an English guy, but we couldn't afford an English actor because they're extremely talented lads. I might need the one once, you never know. I don't want to do the damage, actually.
I value my solitude anyway.
I'm actually from New Mexico, but I absolutely have AIDS.
It
sounds like you doing that though, Cheeks. That's something I don't like, honestly. If you need someone to do a Russian accent, get a fucking Russian. There's lots of them. Same with Chinese. We got a lot, boys. Stop being racist and hire some lands. It's easy. But as Magic has taught us, boys, racism is just fringe problems. Fringe problems! Nothing like telling Talia Tit she shows her anus off too much for no reason.
I'll be taking that.
That is a full international incidente. Look at that, lads. Absolute beautiful Mageecs. Incredible. This guy was so dedicated to playing Davriel. He even got Davriel sleeves. But he wasn't dedicated to not being AIDS. GG's XD's. How is my medium bolus deck? I don't know. What's my medium bolus deck? If there's any other ones, then it's just a mistake that they're left in. So here's what I would say. I'd say this is close to being playable now. This is usually fun. That's usually fun. This is shit. That was very consistent and then turned bollocks. I don't know what happened. This is good. This is shit. That's great. That's fun. But it's weak. That's great. Can't figure out when best to cast this. That, despite saying deletable, is pretty good. You know what that is? That's kind of alright. That's okay. This is unplayable shit. That's rubbish. That hasn't been fondled since Gabby Spot's mum. And I don't know about all the rest. I don't know about all the rest, boys. Yeah, that's where we are. I don't know about all the rest. The 5 mana bolus. Oh, I took it out. I took 5 mana bubs out because it was just... If I play it on 5, I'm always up against either creatures or something else. And then you plus it, they exile something they don't need, and then they kill it. If you play it late game, then it's good. But then, you know, if you've already got a Bolus and a Liliana on the field, the same thing I say when we talk about Lithoform Engine. If you've already got these on the field, the likelihood that you're going to die is extremely low, unless you've accidentally killed yourself to a black market connections or something like that. Otherwise, everything is Rosie O'Donnell's anus, boys. And you know that thing gets some good use. You know that girl's eating hot dogs for breakfast like an absolute lad. Uh-oh, has this guy had a heart attack, boys? Has he had a heart attack with his sleeves and his wobbly aids? Alright, I'm just going to have to assume that the answer is yes. I'm not going to concede. I'm going to play against a brick wall. Classic Legs VD Jewels of the Planeswalkers. Hello and welcome to another game of Magic Duels. As you can see, everything is totally in order. I am probably going to go first. No need to look into that too much. So we can have a turn to search for Ascanta. Maybe turn 3, fiddle-dee-dee. Turn 4, buckle a whore. Okay, sweet. Okay, sweet, Lance. Okay, sweet. We are certainly on course for cracking the mantra. Right, boys? So how does this happen? Does this guy not even get to the loading screen? Has his game crashed? Or did he say play Magic and then somebody rang the doorbell? And now he's got a sign for the classic Amazon deliveries. Or did he see he was playing the unbeatable Dr. Cheech and he just froze in his chair? Boys. All those things are viable, obviously. But I'm still going to have to go with he just had a heart attack. You know, he went full Eric Frolics. Although Eric Frolik is apparently recovering well. Which I suppose is good news. But I can't be sure. You never know what that man might end up doing, boys. He's getting a DoorDash hog roast. I mean, well, that's easy just to collect, right? Run downstairs. Well, if he's playing Magic, he's probably not running. And if he's running for a hog roast, that's double catastrophes. So did anybody watch the Pro Tour? It is on, and you know I love shitting on Magic, but that is the one area of this game that genuinely deserves respect. The top level quackies playing Mageecs still deserve to be looked at. Not with reverence, obviously, but with respect. You look at those guys and you think, I don't know what you've done to your life to be this good at this game, but whatever it is, I hope that you're happy. And I mean it. I don't see many Andrea Mengucci tweets talking so, like, completely matter of fact. Hey guys, I'm off to play Magic. I've got my antidepressants and I wish I was dead. But onwards we go, boys. I never hear any of that. They just play games. And I like it. Oh, Alias AIDS didn't go. That's why I'm watching. The games I watched today were Paulie Cheebs and Australian porn stash guy, who can be annoying, but nobody comes close. Nobody comes close to the 8. Okay, boys, we got a Dark Ritual, but no Black Land, so I see the problem. Also, Haktos, boys? I don't think I've ever played against this. So, tap land. It's just too risky that I'm going to have nothing, and he's just going to blast my ass. But I don't know. Dark Ritual and Sunbirds is such a horny fire. Alright. Let's get proper jammy, boys. Proper jam Sunbirds on turn 4. Okay, boys. Is that a good draw? I don't think that is. Oh, hang on. Oh, you bitch. Alright, I changed my tune. I'm going to play this on 3 because there's nothing else. And then we're going to try and shuffle away all the shit. Okay, boys. Okay, sweet. Okay, sweet. Igor says it's too risky. It probably is too risky. But then if I lose, I can just complain. Right, boys? The truest of all Mageecs. Alright, does that... No, it doesn't do damage to this. Oh, I could just blow him up. It always dies to blow-ups. I see now. I see, boys. It won't die to that blow-up because of the memes. So, get rid of these. I am going to keep the Dark Ritual and the Sunbirds, though. Okay, boys. Easy, quick. Easy. Well, that doesn't work, but this works. Okay, lads, we're gonna quack the shit out of these boys. Boys, it was easy. Hey, we are just quacking the shit out of this game, lads. So that's even, and that's even. Boys. Easy quacks. Lads, I don't know about you, but I might be incredibly good at Mageecs. It was nice. I appreciate you acknowledging that I am truly the best in the world at Magic the Gathering. Des says, Wizards can afford to pay for content creators now. They are selling product at higher prices. That is unbelievably true and unbelievably sad. That we are in the position, ladies and shits, where everybody thinks... Oh man, that tweet... It's in my community things. I'm actually going to bring that up, maybe. Alright, so if I play this, I get to play Bubbles. Or do I want to play Sunbirds? I think I do want Sunbirds. It's just too horny. It's just too horny, boys. And you know I love a bit of the horns. Plus, Meathook kills this like it's nothing. But don't forget when MTG Bad Boy told me that I could kill this by shocking it. Remember that, boys? You remember that, lad? Absolute scenes. Unbelievable. That guy really knows Mageecs. Alright, I'm actually going to pay the full price. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because with Sunbirds, I might be able to find something else. Yeah, see? Easy shits. Okay, so unless this guy's got some crazy Mageecs, we should be able to get out of these memes.
I am dead.
Get in formation.
Okay, boys, okay. Maybe I should have played Valks, just to trigger the thing.
Upon my omnipotence.
Anyway, we'll see. Yeah, that was the thing. It's such a perfect line. It's so perfect. Let's bring it up, Lance. Boys, it's perfection. But not more perfection than, what's his name? Let's see, anything interesting going on? Nah. Old news. What am I looking for? Me, of course. I'm the best. That's me. I'm live, boys. Incredible stuff. Alright, we'll read it in a second. Oh, it was me slowing the game down, boys. I apologize. I apologize there, ladies and shits. I mean, I do complain about that all the time. Elish Norn, he's gone full beef. He's gone full beef, lads.
Hellfire on them.
Boys, I wasn't expecting that level of beef. It must be said. Okay. So I can cast this for 7. But this kills everybody else. I think that's good enough. Alright, I thought I would kill the Elish Norn, honestly.
My fire will rage again.
So, yeah, that could be a bit of an issue. Solemn Cinema Boblin will die on entry. Oh, let me just make sure I don't have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, boys. 2 mana removal spell. Easy quench. And that is why you play Sunbird's bitch. Redain, pretty good aids. Glorious aids, pretty shit aids, Lance. Lantern. Boys, I am extremely good at Magic the Gathering. This used to be, in my eyes, a full Memeloids card, but it really does work in this deck. Obviously, it could just get exiled by a white card, but because you do so much ramp now, playing this on 6 does pay for itself, which is extremely good Mageecs. Anyway, what are we doing? Community. Look at this. Look at this. A few years ago, Whizbangs paid Platinum Pros appearance fees of $3,000. Platinum Pros are a pretty elite bunch, not just your standard bitches. Appearance fees of 3 Gs for each Pro Tour and $500 for each GP. They were superstars, Lance. They earned their right. It was like inviting Michael Jordan to come along and play some pickup AIDS ball, or to play a 3-throw tournament. You know, good to have them around. Nice to encourage tournaments, have good lads. Anyway, this was before Secret Layers, Collector Boost. I want to read the whole thing again at once, just to really, really nail home how AIDS this community is. A few years ago, Wizards paid Platinum Pros appearance fees of $3,000 for each Pro Tour and $500 for each Grand Prix. This was before Secret Layers, Collector Boosters, crossovers, and many premium products. If they could afford to pay the pros then, why can they not afford to pay creators now? Where did these cunts come from? Where the fucking hell did any of this become about bitches on Twitter crying about not getting enough free shit? Boys, my mind blew out the back of my ass when I read this. It truly amazed me how just entitled the Magic community feel they are now to just put out meaningless drivel. And some of these peeps have put out 4 videos in 8 months to less than 1,000 viewers each, and they're talking about being left behind. They're fucking worthless. They provide nothing to this game at all beyond their own self-interests. It's genuinely, insanely bizarre to me. I don't know how you have the gall to be like, well, I've tweeted about Commander every day for a year. Why am I not valued like Platinum Pros getting paid to play Pro Tours? Which, by the way, were what, 4 times a year? You fucking cunts. Boys, I just don't understand Mageecs. And I don't understand the pussies who play this game. And I haven't for ages. It's absolutely unbelievable to me, boys. Absolutely amazing where the word creators even comes from in that sentence. Imagine, I just can't think of a more worthless bunch of fucking pricks than the Magic Pussy community, boys. Mastermind's acquisition, and look what I'm having to get, boys. This game is absolutely unbelievable scenes. Unbelievable memes, boys, forcing me to do such aids. So I don't have double red, right? No. Alright, well, as I've said many a time, Sunbirds does indeed give me the horn, boys. Mara thingy is just another bungler, like just the classic bungles. On Twitter all day, everybody's stupid. Wizards, it's just memes, but they provide nothing. They don't understand the game. I'll fucking put my knob on the line that they don't understand Mageecs. Okay, boys, that's not gonna be good for him. Now we just have to crackety meters. Okay, boys, we are getting seriously burnt with the memes. That's probably not... Oh, I could have put this back in my hand and then chosen red. That would have been a smart play. But I'm not very smart, boys. I how Twitter works is, ladies and shits, the more you read of a certain thing, the more it's suggested to you that you might want to look into it. So, the more I look at silly bongler bullshit bitches, the more it's presented to me. And just this level of inane drivel gives me migraines daily. But the good thing is, AIDS counters out migraines, so I'm still fine. They provide so little to the game in the way that the pros genuinely did. The pros made Wizards accountable for printing cards, setting up tournaments. If you answer to your player base, you have to have some kind of footing into keeping the game stable. And by stable, I mean... I don't even know what I mean, because the game's all over the shop. But Wizards are working the other way now, so that all of your pussy creator bitches will do and say anything Wizards make them in exchange for preview cards and free packs and all the rest of this shit that you see. But they don't provide anything except for what they want to get out of it. And when that is happening, what's the risk for them? The risk is being truthful and saying this game is either shit, the way pros are treated are fucking disgraceful, all that stuff. But none of that makes any sense to do, because you're the one who's going to lose your £50 preview card. And now they're getting even more free shit, boys. Well, you're really going to have to ramp up those cracking debaters. Alright, what do we think? I need a 5-mana boy. Am I going to need Saw It Coming? Probably not. Okay, Memory Deluge. A bit slow, boys. The pros are playing Modern on the Pro Tour now. But the crazy thing is, the argument this month seems to be Wizards should give the content creators cash. And I think they're doing it. They're self-employed. They're not employees. They are playing Mageecs in the way that they do because it generates money. Covert Go Blue doesn't play Magic and at the end of the day go, okay boys, what are Wizards going to give me? Otherwise I'm going to run out of cash. That doesn't happen. Boys? Alright, Epiphany into the aids. I think they're all a bit slow. So we're going to have to give this guy up on the end step. Hey, found it just in time, boys. Who was the guy that said he declined an ambassador deal? I don't know. I remember Jerry Thompson relieving himself of, what do you call it, duties? Pro Tour duties, because he didn't believe in Whizbangs being AIDS. Okay, so I'm blocking for sure. But I need Crucius not to get targeted by something. And then we can blow everyone up and hope to crackety matter. Okay. So if I bounce someone... I'm going to bounce the Crucius. But I might just get smashed. The reason why I didn't want to bounce any of these is because he can't recast them. And I need them all to die. But 6 HP, boys. There's not a lot of HP. 6 HP, boys. I know this is it's a Praetor, yeah. So 2 lightning bolts, and we're whacked. Can't play this, so I might as well ditch it. This could be good, though. If he plays Urbarask again, it doesn't have haste, right? No. Okay, boys. Okay, that's actually interesting. That's very interesting. But there's nothing better than this. Actually, I changed my mind. We need to just get cards out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mayonnaise for your boy Cheeks. 7 British mayonnaise. Let's see how we get there. But the fact that she was arguing so vehement, like all of her points, to go back to this tweet, all of her points were based on pros. And then at the end of it, out of nowhere, it's just give useless idiots money. Not to mention they've just started getting tons of free fucking shit. Boys, I can't say too much in the world of magic, but I can say I died of AIDS today. Obviously, sometimes it's difficult to stick to a cogent argument because I'm also playing Mageecs at the same time.
I wonder if
So you gotta trust me, boys.
Guys, Cheeks is entirely crowdfunded.
Boys, Des with a beautiful $2 British, and he's entirely right. I am completely crowdfunded, boys. I get demonetized because I say the word cunt every video. So, I would appreciate it if you all took an extra shift at work and sent it to me. But not just once, boys. No, no, no. I mean, my bills are never ending. And taxes, they always accrue. So, boys, what I think we have to do is all of you lads, get your balls in the gym, work out some big muscles, and then instead of going to bed, here's what you do. You take a night shift at some kind of club, and you bounce instead of sleeping. And then you give me all that money for the memes! Boys, you're not telling me that doesn't sound like an absolute Bilbo Bubblov beanie shits deal of the century. Lance, it's the greatest deal I've ever heard of. Boys, you get the chance to fund my lifestyle of taking Wiz and playing Mageecs and talking about bonglerinos all day. And you get to be pumped and sleep deprived. Won't that be good for your life? So, I expect on Monday 500 million beans in my PayPal account so I can slap a game up on the tubes. Okay, boys? And then I can send my CV off to Wizards and say, why am I not entitled to free stuff? Also, all those guys from South America who qualify for Pro Tours but can't go because it's too much, why don't you just kill those guys? I mean, you could just not send CGB and Alias AIDS and Aidsonian free stuff that they don't need because they make hundreds of G's every year. But these guys want to play Magic. That's fucking stupid. We're going backwards. So instead of having those guys tweet they wish they could play tournaments they qualify for, why not just send in the Brazilian Mafia to give them a bit of a rib shank, and then you won't even have to worry about them. We'll only ever hear great stuff. It'll be like 1984, but Magic version. And 1984 was something we all want. Right, boys? All sitting, eating slop, pretending Sam Black was an idiot, revolutionary, for trying to give us good advice. That's how we want to woo-da-ba-doodles, boys. That's how we're going to sweebles the proletariat. That's how we keep them all down, boys. It's going to be easy GG's. But while we got guys like this stinking his tits around giving Wizards £25 for nothing, we might be in trouble. But don't tell anybody that, boys, because that is money well spent. That's an investment for his family. He can sell these and then buy crypto and then be a quadrillionaire. No way does this just go straight in Wizard's pocket and he look like a fucking bellend. No way. Boys, Absolutely beautiful. I mean, I wish I had the courage to buy those kind of number wanks, but I'm just a pussy. I'm just Pussy Mageecs. Let's... well... Well, if I had drawn a land, we could have gone full bubs. And you know racing out into unchecked bubbles is good Mageecs. Boys? You know racing out into bubbles is clean bubbles. Alright, what happens when this dies? When it dies, return it to its hand at the beginning of the next end step. Baba-boo. Baba-da-boo, slants, give it a slant.
Did that hurt?
We gave it a slant, Lance. He left it in the grave, did he? No. I still genuinely can't believe that sentence, though. To have your entire argument be based on what pros deserve, and then just go completely Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift down the other way, is so insane to me. And just choose the shittest type of magic, people. People who already work for themselves to make money. They need more money from wizards to tell you this game's the best. Boys. I guess I was just a memer the whole time. Because I thought magic was 8s. But it's actually unbelievable scenes. So this thing always costs 5. Now I'm seeing. Because he just uses the ability. I see now, boys. I see with my eyes. But we're still definitely cracking this matter.
Greetings, Nets.
Still absolutely cracking this one. Alright, boys. Anything else anyone wants to see? Before we're all off
Take what is mine.
into the ecosphere. And hope that piece of peace can take the baton from me and stream all the way till 9 AM or something. Billy Rat! What does that guy do? Proliferate, boys.
Will be your folly.
Alright, so Bolus out of commission for a couple of turns. So, do I just trigger this? Or do I behold my anus? I think I'll go for triggers. Okay, boys. That's not a bad batch.
Get out of my way. Oh, Vernon, is it just me? Or is it getting a little warm in here?
This is an instant as well. What an odd card. This should come out, by the way. Not come out of this deck. This shouldn't be allowed in Brawl. The fact you can turn 1, take 3 turns, is such fucking gibberish. Such gibberish, boys, that I might have to phone the police.
I kind of crashed and burned here.
I remember the days where I was an idealistic young bourgeois lad who felt like you didn't need turbo sex bomb cards like that in every deck. And then I started playing Mageecs, and I realized it was GG's XDs all around. Alright, there's just 5 trillion ways to win from now. This is not the right way, by the way.
No, you won't be needing those.
It's just, we want to play Booblex. Right, boys? Obviously. Nyx Lotus enters the battlefield. Tap, choose a color, add an amount of mana equal to your devotion to that color. Boys, we're getting 1 extra mana ace. Absolute change. Lance, unbelievable seats. Alright, so how are we gonna do this? Let's get 2. Rubbish. That's pretty good, Lance.
Racing mind. Surrender.
Alright. The man's deck actually looks very shit. But at the same time, boys, how you get £25 Lance? How are you spending 25 beautiful British dollars on lands before you upgrade Blight Belly Rat? I mean, this is the kind of guy who needs some wizard's money. These are the kind of guys we're fighting for, boys. These are the lands, boys. Lands, boys. These are the lands and boys of Magic the Gathering.
All your fears are given when you can win. You came here with a
So this needs to be 10. So should easy be bollocks. Right, boys? Hey, it's like Vicious Rumors, but worse. Imagine if it was Vicious Rumors, boys. Unbelievable leads. You tried to make that deck once. It was pretty shit. Which deck? This? Oh, was it Proliferate? Was that the thing? Was that the key? Was that the key to Mageecs, boys? I mean, I don't make shit decks anymore. I just crackety matter. Boys, I don't make shit decks. I shatter the shit out of Mageecs daily. Arthur daily. Soul shatter, but I was gonna win easily. I mean, he's on 7. So, what's that? 13? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright. Okay, boys. It's not very exciting, but we did shatter the matters. Oh, I can't do that. Okay, what do you got? Drana, Hero's Downfall. I mean, those are slightly better. But what's this doing in here? Portal as well? Lads. The man actually might have been able to do the memes once or twice. But not in 2019. Not in 2019, boys. Let's upgrade the Sorin deck. That's a good shout, but it's too late to do it now. We could do it next time. We can do it next time for sure, but it's also perfect. Alright, that's what we'll do. We'll have 2 games with the Sorin deck. We'll try and identify any holes and where they can be patched and creatures we understand exist that could improve it. Okay, boys? Okay, sweet. So straight off the top of my head, I think that 2 mana, whenever someone draws their second card each turn, make a treasure. Shithead, the Corrupt Sheriff or something it's called. That's something. It's 2 mana and it's not bad. Quiz time. How quickly can this guy play with his own balls? Unbelievably quickly, Lance. Someone else says show us your wank. I mean, that's an OnlyFans black level subscription. You gotta really be in Mageecs for some of those screenshots. Play Apops. Too late for that. Eagle says, I put the One Ring in every deck that has lifelink. Yeah, it's in this one, I'm certain of. 100% you're right. If you got lifelink, slap it on the tubes. Alright. So, it's got Kaya's Wrath. And Depopulate. But I've only got one removal spell. I think I should be fine. Okay, boys. It's starting to get a little hairier than it was a second ago. We're starting to get quite a 1970s muff. Okay, a bit better, but at the same time, I don't like that card at all. So this is something we can take out. I hate this card. It tricks me every time into thinking it makes black when it doesn't. Okay, boys, we're cracking Demeter. There was nothing to worry about. There was nothing to worry about, boys. But this is one of those decks that benefit from Bolus's Citadel without any problem. Activated abilities can't be activated. I mean, this is not an activated ability, right? No. Good stuff. Okay, boys. Should be easy quacks. And I know you all love a bit of easy quacks. That's why we're on the tubes. Oh, no. That's not great.
There are good people in this city, and I will protect them.
So...
Show them what you got.
that doesn't die. Oh, I'm getting confused, boys. It's minus. If you minus, it doesn't die. This is fine. This is fine, boys. Okay, we have drawn an awful lot of blow up all the fucking bitches. What do I actually want to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's still a problem, though. The fact that he didn't minus it was unbelievably greedy. But he is mono white, who has spent money on wizards for nothing. So he might be a dumb bitch. He's still doing it, lads. Okay, boys. Oh, you tapped my fucking... You see why this card needs to get out? You see, boys? You see what I'm seeing with my eyes? Absolute fucking AIDS.
You should fear those born of darkness.
I could probably have allowed it. You know, I think that's a mistake. I should have allowed him to make a load of angels and then just blow him up. I feel like this guy is in the market for running into a sweeper. I think he's in that market, boys. So, for sure, the big risk of this thing is minusing it. Yeah, all this plussing is... I'm just going to blow them up again. But I need him to do the minuses here. Maybe not, though, if there's only one blow-ups. Yeah, I think I'll die otherwise now. Ossification. Alright.
Rot in my wake.
Okay, boys. Citadel is a bit much. So, if he minuses this for 7, then assuming he doesn't have some weird protection shit, then I should be alright again. This man's absolute shrooming, boys!
We will restore.
Unbelievable levels of shrooms. Imagine having the game in the bag. Sort of. And then flinging it up your ass. Incredible scenes. So what does this guy do? At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gains your choice of fly-in, vigilance, or lifelink. Well, we do like a bit of lifelink, don't we, boys? Hey! That's a bit of a sexy big bitch. Alright, we'll see. So a Johnny would be terrible. I suppose Banishing Light. As long as I don't die this upcoming turn, I still think I'm fine. Because this gets lifelink on one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana for your boy Cheeks. Hey, Lynch, I think we might be able to slap an AIDS on the tubes. Alright. I think I can get in for the memes. Hold Banishing Light just in case. Probably fine, boys. Slim says, oh no, it's Derek. No wonder it's all angels. Nah, if it was a Derek deck, it would be like my non-stop sexy deck. You see how good I am, boys? I held Banishing Light just for this. Absolutely incredible scenes. People called me a madman, and then I got my dick out and they were like, oh, okay, I see where this is going. He's just an absolutely undeterred genius of Mageecs. Incredible stuff, boys. Alright, that's enough self-damage. That's enough self-mutilation for one evening, lad. So, I mean, how are we improving on this deck? It's literal perfection. Absolutely unbelievable scenes, boys. Literally the greatest deck ever produced by a man on the tubes. Just like all of my decks. Still, I'm sure something's wrong with something. Farewell. That would be pretty good. Nah, that's balls. That's balls, son. I could sunfall my dad's ass any Tuesday. Alright, that's a bit better. But is it better than this? And one of these? The answer, boys, is no. I'm incredibly good at Mageecs. Oh man, Bolus's Citadel ran out of juice. But we are extremely good at Mageecs, boys. What do I want? Oh, I can't play any of these, right? Yeah, fucking AIDS. Okay. Got the dog or anything? No. Oh, I got meat hooker in my literal hand. Fucking idiot. I should have sacrificed this for the land, but you know, I don't know how many times I can die of AIDS in one sitting.
I have come for vengeance and blood. I require your body, not your soul.
Alright, boys. I do think that we shattered the makers. I do think the meta has been absolutely obliterated. Once again, I have proven that no one is better than me at Mageecs. Actually, I'll ditch this.
It's a useful
Alright, boys, get out of these memes. Farewell, he could draw a farewell. Oh, he couldn't get rid of this, so he'd still be dead. Alright, just an easy conceit.
So long as I draw breath, hope will never falter.
Alright.
Have courage!
Oh, well, I'll speed this up. This guy wasn't actually wanking around too much. Easy Mageecs, boys. Once again, I think we have to run the number wangs on how many games I won, because it had to have been 99%. But I don't like to make a big fuss about how great I am at Mageecs. I like to make a big fuss about how fake all the videos I see of everyone else are. Because, boys, if I can only lose 2 games, how come I'm still balls? Just the numbers don't add up, lads. That is some nice wobblage. What would you think that cost? £3? Reduced from 5 imaginary pounds. Reduced, boys. Not wobbly, but static AIDS, lads. That's got to be, what, £7? Maybe 5, I don't know. More angel sleeves, boys, that don't even look like a real card. I'm sure that's money. Looks like Maria Bartoli, almost. Checks out, boys. But obviously we have to cover them up, because Aidsonian would either cry or start masturbating. And we just don't know. We just don't know what it would be anymore. Okay, boys. As it turned out, that deck is literally infallible. So no improvements needed. But let's see what we get. Stone of Derek. Uh-oh, boys. Don't want to start chiseling away at that one. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead. That's not bad. For 1 mana. 2, sacrifice stone. Exile target player's grave. Alright, so it's just Relic of Progenitus. Isn't it? That's exactly how that card works. Except the first part. Alright, the first part is entirely different. So I take that back, lads. Call of the Ring is pretty good. If you have 4 of it and you play Constructed. Alright, boys, that was a good stream. I won all my games, but we didn't hit the tips goal, so I'm going to have to tweet about it 50 times later on. But I'm also going to pretend like it was super positive, and we didn't spend an hour really thinking about whether or not we would blame Bloody's ass. Because I'd still want to stay away from that fake badge. We never got to the bottom of it, though, but that's the best part, is that we can bring it up next time. Lance. Anyway, hope you all have a good evening, or whatever the fuck you do. I mean, it's Friday, isn't it? So you should be out trying to get smashed. But you are Magic the Gathering, boys, so who can be sure? Anyway, boys, whatever you do, enjoy your ass, and hopefully enjoy your balls tomorrow. GG's XDs.